This is a HeadGum podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Complete Guide to Everything, a podcast about everything. I'm your host, Tom.
And I'm Tim.
How are you doing this week, Tim?
Tom, I'm jolly.
Does that mean fat?
No, it means happy.
Yeah, but it's like specifically, like a skinny person can't be jolly, can they?
Yeah, sure they can.
I don't think so. I'm not saying you're fat. I'm saying maybe you're misusing the word.
No, I mean, look,
You're
Tom,
trying to appropriate jolly culture.
Look, I think anybody can be jolly. Very few people actually pull it off the way that I do.
But Tim,
Y'all wish you could be this jolly. What?
you're not jolly.
What do you mean? Look at me. I'm bubbly. I'm effusive.
Like 20 minutes ago, you were like, "Oh, I'm tired. The last thing I want to do is talk to you for an hour."
Yeah, and guess what? I'm jolly enough that I can pull it off, and people are listening to this, and they're like, man, this guy doesn't seem like he's tired of talking at all. I mean, man, this guy doesn't sound like he's been freaking talking all day and never wants to say another word. He just sounds like he's pumped to talk about Christmas movies.
Yeah, he sounds like he's been locked in jail with an iron mask preventing him from talking for years.
No, because if that were the case, then my voice would be all scratchy.
I couldn't talk for a few years. So
Yeah, and I wouldn't
bear with me.
And I wouldn't sound jolly at all because I'd be
Yeah.
like, I gotta figure out how to make sounds again. You'd forget, like your tongue would be so out of practice, right?
Yeah, I think that is like a known thing that happens. Like people
Wait,
that
who
get
doesn't? Oh, like people that take a vow of silence.
no, like people that get stranded on desert islands and
I
stuff.
would talk constantly on a desert island.
Well, you'd have to get like a volleyball to be your friend or something.
Nah,
so
I'd narrate it. I'd just narrate.
and now Tim
Yeah, now
walks
our
to
hero.
the coconut tree.
Yeah, because that way I would live the fantasy that at one time somebody would tell my story because it would be remarkable, and getting stranded on a desert island and dying there, isn't that remarkable? I mean, I
Yeah.
guess so. Most people, it's worth remarking on.
Oh yeah,
Because most
it's
people
something
don't
to
get stranded on a desert
It's
island.
something to bring up at a cocktail party.
Wouldn't that be weird if you're at a party and it's like, so what do you do? It's like, I'm unemployed. Between jobs. Well, you could say that. I used to deliver packages for FedEx, and I've been on this deserted island for the last 7 years.
Yeah.
Just got back. I just shaved, but I still have that sun-damaged skin.
Yeah, I'm very tan. You might have noticed.
Yeah, that's one thing. I never saw Castaway, Tom.
Yeah,
Is that a Christmas movie, first of all?
I mean, he
It
spends
takes place at Christmas, so it's a Christmas movie.
he's-
Technically,
well,
it's a Christmas movie.
he spends multiple Christmases on that island.
That's true.
But
How long was he there?
I think it was like 7 years.
Wow.
It was supposed to be.
Classic 7-year itch, huh?
Yep. But yeah, like once he gets to the island, we never see the outside world until he re-enters it.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we don't know.
Why are you interested?
Well, I'm just saying, like, we don't know what day. It could the day he made Wilson could have been Christmas for all we know.
Probably was.
Yeah.
The birth of the Savior.
So, you bring up an important point, Tim, and you seem to imply that you have issue with what some people consider Christmas movies.
Well, we're talking about Christmas movies this week.
Uh-huh.
I've seen a bunch. I haven't seen all of them, obviously.
Right.
There's a lot out there. But it's the
It's
same
a popular
thing.
genre.
Yeah. The like, enough with the, like...
You know what's I'm cutting
What?
you off.
What?
No, a crazy thing about the Christmas...
Oh, you're cutting me off? What else is new?
A crazy thing about the Christmas movie genre is that when a Christmas movies come out in theaters around Christmas, they delay the home video release until the next Christmas.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you?
I guess, yeah, that makes sense, but it is just like a weird thing. That
What?
It's like, what if you really liked a Christmas movie in the theater. It's like, well, yeah, welcome back to like 1985. You're gonna have to wait a year for this to come out on video.
First of all, they should consult you because you know how to steal every movie off the internet. You've downloaded every illegal movie there ever was.
Yeah, but only illegal movies.
Yeah, legal movies that
no,
were legal.
yeah, Tim, these are mostly snuff films.
Yeah, snuff films, cannibals.
Mm-hmm.
They don't kill anybody.
There's a bunch
on
of
camera,
taboo
but
content.
Yeah. No, Tom, like, what kind of maniac? Besides Home Alone, what Christmas movie would you ever want to watch not at Christmas?
See, I think Home Alone might have... that was the case with Home Alone, too, right? No, like, the next year they put it back out in theaters, I think.
No, the next year they
already
had
Home Alone 2. Yeah,
they filmed Home Alone 2 in, like, 15 minutes.
Yeah. Well,
they just slowed down the film by 4 times.
Well, I mean, they pretty much just took the same script and made the movie
again.
What?
People say that a lot. Home Alone 2, look, it's not the same movie. Kevin McAllister, and we've covered this extensively on our Home Alone 2 episode of this show.
I've heard even more in real life.
Kevin McAllister is a completely different character in Home Alone 2.
How so?
He's a
lot more independent.
Yeah, he's not a victim of circumstance. He's actually a bad kid in the second one.
Yeah, well, you could argue he's a bad kid in the first one too.
Why is he a bad kid?
He set off firecrackers in the kitchen, for God's sake,
to protect his home.
Yeah, he could have called the cops.
The phone line was down.
He could have walked down the street and talked to somebody.
He didn't know what was going on. He thought he made his family disappear, Tom.
Oh, yeah, I guess that is maybe true.
And
so,
then
he was afraid of jail time.
He was afraid of, like, 1, what was going on.
Yeah.
And 2, he went to get a toothbrush.
Mm-hmm.
And then he accidentally he saw the old man.
Yeah.
And he ran out of there, and then the cops started chasing him because the boy at the store went, "Shoplifter!" And the cops chased him, so he thought if he went to the cops, he's going away for that toothbrush larceny.
Yeah. The McAllisters should have raised their kids better.
What do you mean? The McAllister should have... Well, not leaving them at home alone is probably...
Well, yeah, but also, like, teach them, like, not to be so dumb. Like... If you accidentally shoplift a toothbrush, like, you can go talk to the cops if your whole family disappears.
You don't know. When you're 7 or 8, what is he, 8 in that movie?
I think he's 8, yeah.
You're 8. You don't know that, like, you just know you commit a crime, you go to jail, right? I don't think most little kids have a concept of, like, oh, yeah, well, there's different sentences for the severity of the crime. Right? It's just like, well, you're going to jail.
How many days was he home alone?
I think just like 3.
Yeah, right? It's not very long.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, like, how long could it possibly take to get from
back.
Paris to Chicago?
Yeah, even with storms and whatever.
Yeah. There weren't even any storms.
No, I think it's just that it was like all the flights were booked, right?
Yeah. There were some mean people at the airport when Mrs. McAllister was trying to, like, give all her jewelry for a flight home because her son was home alone. The police department was not very helpful either.
No. And also, like, the McAllisters, like, I get that they had their whole extended family with them. But, like, didn't they, like, have anybody they work with or family friends that could go by the house?
They called the neighbors, and they're like, well, the neighbors are out of town. It's like, man, and we covered this. They must have been like,
shits.
They lived in that huge house.
Yeah.
They, I think the McAllisters probably weren't super well liked.
Yeah,
in their
they didn't make a
community.
lot of friends.
Yeah,
but like Mr. McAllister seems like the kind of guy that would be like, I'll call the guys I always yell at the office and tell them to go over.
I feel like he has the vibe where, like, Mr. McAllister has, like, a fixer on staff, right? He's got a guy who's like, don't worry, I'll get,
Yeah, like, I'll go have my mistress stop by and see.
Well,
he's like,
Oh
no, but I also assume that he's like,
I mean,
I'm
kind of
seeing
this
this
family.
I'm seeing this college girl on the side. I'll have her go take a look.
Why didn't Buzz call
They
his
get
girlfriend?
divorced eventually.
Well, that's not really canon, Tom.
It is canon. It happens in Home Alone 4.
I mean, yeah, but come on.
If that's not canon, then what the hell's canon?
That's what I'm saying. All right, so here we
We're
are,
not just
fully
talking about Home Alone.
fully enmeshed already.
Yeah.
Where we dived in. Dove. No,
Yeah.
we have dove.
We have Doven in.
We have dove in.
All right. So in your book, then, what makes a Christmas movie a Christmas movie, and what is your problem with certain things being called Christmas movies?
I have no problem with people classifying Die Hard as a Christmas movie. I have a problem with people in 2018
Yeah.
acting like it's a clever thing to say. Like, can you believe it? My favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard. Cool, yeah.
I bet I bet you never thought of that.
Idiot
before.
loser frat boy said that in 2007.
Yeah.
You're 11 years behind the curve. Like, it's fine. You can think it's a Christmas movie. I don't care what you classify movies as.
Yeah. Just stop being impressed with yourself for having an R-rated violent movie be your favorite Christmas movie.
You know what? And the same thing with, like, oh, you want to know what my favorite Christmas song is? Fairy Tale of New York by the Pogues.
Yeah.
It's like, they mentioned Christmas in it. It's like, yeah, cool. Great. Yeah, it's a great Christmas song. But, like, stop saying it like that. They all say it the exact way that I say it.
Yeah.
Actually, Santa Claus is Coming to Town isn't the best Christmas song. It's like, yeah, it is, idiot. Especially the way the boss sings it. Santa Claus, come. Was he the first one to do it that way?
I mean, he was the first person to sing it like Bruce Springsteen. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. The boss.
So in your book, then, like, any movie that takes place at Christmas time is a Christmas movie.
If you want to call it that,
Yeah.
I think it should be. It should have enough references to Christmas, like,
Jesus should be one of the characters.
It should be worshipful. It should Jesus should be, if not the main character, one of the top 3 build characters.
It'd be weird if you saw a movie and Jesus was the third build character. He just kind of like pops in for a few scenes.
Yeah.
Like, what would that story be?
Probably, I don't know. It would have to be pretty compelling.
Yeah. Or maybe it would be like, them setting up like the Bible universe, and like there would just be a scene at the end where Jesus comes in. You're like, oh, it's all connected.
Yeah, like if they made a TV show where it was like, no, you know what? This universe is strong enough. Like, Mary's in this, Joseph's in this, Pontius Pilate's in this.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, look, we don't even need to show Jesus in this. That's how strong this world is. But you all know, at the end of the last episode, you're going to see Jesus coming out from behind that rock being like, hey, guess what, guys? I've risen.
Yeah. So you're pitching like a show that would be called Nazareth, and it would be about like the story before the story.
Exactly.
Well.
I think it's got legs.
I would classify...
Oh, I didn't ask.
Yeah. I know. That's why I'm just starting to talk.
That's why there was that silence and you just went,
So if you ask me, I would say...
do you want me to ask you, Tom? Hey, Tom.
Uh-huh.
In your eyes, what makes something a Christmas movie?
I think it has to not just take place during Christmas time.
Yeah.
And I think that that's still like a valid thing to like, as we go through this list, like there are movies that aren't Christmas movies, but take place during Christmas time that I really like the aesthetic of it because of that. But I'm like, yeah, but that's not like the point of it had nothing to do with Christmas, which to me is usually like, I would be as broad as to say like a movie has to be about family or like learning lessons or
I disagree with that.
giving is better than receiving, like some kind of like a moral.
It has to be wholesome to be a Christmas movie?
It doesn't have to be like wholesome, but it has to have like some kind of a like moral to it.
Okay.
Like Die Hard doesn't have a moral to it. And like I really
don't mess with John McClane.
Like I think it was a great choice to have it take place during Christmas. But that doesn't make it a Christmas movie to me. It makes it a movie that takes place during Christmas.
Yeah. Okay.
They didn't wait a full year to put that. It's if they had to wait a full year to put it out on home video. That's what makes it a Christmas movie. There it is.
They probably did have to wait a full year for Die
Hard.
Like,
unless it's the 80s and it was weird.
Yeah. What did they just have trouble transferring it to VHS?
That was what I thought as a kid. It was just I guess they probably would love to have these come out at the same time, but it's a lot of work.
Well,
especially back in the 80s when video rental was more lucrative than box office. It costs more to rent a movie than to go to the movie theater and see it.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway.
Look. I think we both have similar definitions of Christmas movies.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to go through this list, not compiled by us.
No, compiled by Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. Tom,
mm-hmm.
I'm going to warn you a little bit. You might feel a little out of your element. None of your perverted snuff films are going to be a part of this.
Well, I told you.
Can a snuff film be a Christmas movie?
No, it can be a snuff film that takes place during Christmas time.
But what if the message that is the lesson that's learned is hey, at the end they're hey, you know what? We have each other, and we probably shouldn't have murdered that guy. You don't need to murder someone to be close to you. It's a family that murdered, I don't know, a drifter. Is that what who often gets murdered and stuff? I don't want to talk about snuff films anymore.
Well, you're the one who brought it back up. I mean, what you're describing sounds like a good Christmas movie, a bad snuff film.
All right, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Rotten Tomatoes, and I think the audience would be very impressed that you have about a quarter of a beer left in your beer bottle, and you chose not to get up and get a backup beer because you can wait 15 minutes before you get another beer.
Tim, the stuff that happens in between hitting record and hitting off is off the record. It's implicit.
Well, you got that backwards. The way that you said it.
The time when you stop recording. When we're off mic, we're off mic. It's off the record.
Okay.
See you in court.
Rotten Tomatoes defines a Christmas film as a list. No. Wait.
I don't think they do define a Christmas film.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, they just have a list. I think I think maybe they have people vote.
Well, Tom, every movie on this list is certified fresh,
mm-hmm.
and it plays around with the spirit of Christmas and the holidays as a central theme. I guess that's a good way to define if Christmas is a central theme,
right.
Or the holiday. Well, if it's just the holiday, if it's a Hanukkah movie, it's not about Christmas, I guess.
Right. But if when people are walking outside, there's Christmas decorations. That's a Christmas movie. Then that Hanukkah movie is a Christmas movie.
No, Christmas decorate. We just established this, Tom.
But I'm saying by their rules.
No, it's got to be a central theme.
Yeah, well, some of these on their list don't abide by that rule.
Then they sorted all these 50 movies by adjusted tomato meter. I didn't know they adjusted the tomato meter. I
don't know what that means.
Tomatometer.
Tomatometer. Yeah, I guess maybe they're going by old reviews and tomatoizing. It doesn't really matter.
Who cares?
Number 50 is Frosty the Snowman, 69.
From 1969.
Yeah, that's what that meant.
No, I mean, Frosty the Snowman 69 is one of those illegal movies you download.
Yeah, and it's not a snuff film, to be clear.
Frosty the Snowman's a bit of a snuff film.
Yeah, they snuff him out at the end. I guess the seasons do.
Spoiler alert, he comes back. They put him in a thing or somewhere. He comes back the next year.
Yeah, they put him in a freezer?
Yeah.
A little bit of him or something?
I liked this movie as a kid.
Yeah.
I think it's primarily a TV movie, right?
Yeah, I think it's like 40 something minutes long.
Jimmy Durante is
Frosty, right?
Frosty.
Yeah.
It was a Rankin and Bass production, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
I always liked when they put the hat on him. He came to life. That wasn't the part. That was one of the parts I liked because otherwise it'd
be very boring.
And whenever he'd come to life, he'd go, "Happy birthday."
Yeah. He was Frosty the Snowman was like weird enough that as a kid you're like, yeah, I like this guy.
Yeah, it was kind of low rent too. Like you're like, this movie's kind of a garbage movie, but like, hey,
not much happens in it really.
Yeah,
they sing a few songs.
There's a traffic cop that he runs afoul of at one time.
Yeah,
Frosty the Snowman is the worst Christmas song, right?
Frosty the Snowman. No, I don't think it's the worst. I think it's fun. It's a nice melody.
I feel like they were trying too hard to make it a character, and then you watch the movie and you're like, this character's not that interesting.
Yeah, this character's just a snowman.
Yeah.
And like his whole thing is basically that he's gonna die. That's like the crux, the most interesting thing about the character.
Yeah, and it was pretty interesting.
Number 49 is The Snowman from 1982. I don't think I remember this book as a kid, but I don't think I ever saw the movie.
Yeah, it was one of those classy joints.
Yeah.
It was a British movie, Tom.
Yeah, David Bowie's one of the. Maybe is he the Snowman?
Well, there's no dialogue in the movie.
Then,
so I don't know what David Bowie did.
Yeah. The right music.
Maybe they play Fame over the credits.
Number 48, Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Mickey Mouse, Tom,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole gang.
Yeah.
Pluto, Daisy Duck, Chip, Dale are all transported into Charles Dickens' classic, A Christmas Carol.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Scrooge? Scrooge McDuck? Scrooge?
Yeah, he's Scrooge.
Was that?
I believe that was his first appearance. Like he was created for. I mean, if he wasn't, then they definitely had that in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as a kid, I remember when like DuckTales came out, and it was like, oh yeah, this character again. Like he was never in anything else, and then they transported him into the real world, where he wasn't Scrooge from Ebenezer Scrooge.
No, he was just a rich guy.
Yeah,
but his name was still Scrooge.
It was Scrooge McDuck though.
Yeah, but like
because in Christmas Carol, he's Ebenezer Scrooge, I think. No, it says Scrooge McDuck, but I think he's like Scrooge McDuck as Ebenezer Scrooge. All right, doesn't Mickey call him Ebenezer?
Scrooge McDuck plays the miserly Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah, okay.
This was nominated for an Oscar in 1983 because I guess most movies were bad in 1983. Did you enjoy it? Even as a kid?
No,
as
a kid, I always liked it.
Did it have songs in it?
It's
25 minutes.
So. Yeah, it had Goofy as one of the ghosts.
Mickey with Bob Cratchit.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I know. All I know is that I was kind of like, I don't need to see this. Even as a kid, I was like, why are we doing this?
Mickey's son was Tiny Tim, and then you never saw or heard of Mickey's son again?
Yeah, he never made it into a Disney afternoon TV show.
No.
I don't know. I never found the Mickey and the gang all that compelling.
No, I mean,
Donald was cool because he was angry all the time. That was cool.
Number 47, The Preacher's Wife from 1996. This is Denzel and Whitney Houston, that is. I haven't seen this movie. Directed by Penny Marshall.
Penny Marshall directed The Preacher's Wife?
An angel wonders if love can be heaven on earth in this family-themed romantic fantasy. Yeah, I don't see many family-themed romantic fantasies.
You see a lot of fanny movies that you download.
Yeah, sure. I enjoy a good fanny movie now and then. But I don't. Not only have I not seen this movie, I am only vaguely aware of it. Like, this is not something that I feel like you hear a lot as a Christmas movie.
The the preacher's wife.
Yeah.
I just don't know much about it.
Like, I remember when it came out, but I don't.
Oh, you mean in 1996?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that too.
But I don't remember hearing much about it afterwards. And it only has 60% on the tomato meter, as opposed to Mickey's Christmas Carol, which has 100%.
Well, 1983 was a thoroughly depressing time, I guess.
Number 46, and a controversial one to be at 46, Home Alone.
This is a travesty.
Yeah.
What?
There's like a, you know what? Let's go over all three of these because these, I feel like 46, 45, and 44 are all meant to like piss off different groups of people. 45 is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and 44 is Love Actually.
Let's take these one by one.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, all three of those are movies that are like today very
universally beloved,
very have ardent fans, and to throw them in the 40s.
The critics' consensus for Home Alone, according to Rotten Tomatoes, Home Alone, uneven but frequently funny premise stretched unreasonably thin, is buoyed by Macaulay Culkin's cute performance and strong supporting stars. What? That premise. Look, it's. I wouldn't say it's spread thin, but they use all parts of the buffalo for that film. They attack it from all angles. It's like
yeah. I would not criticize it as uneven because like the movie,
every scene is a dang classic.
Well, I was gonna say like the movie moves so quickly, like so briskly that it's like, well, it can't really be uneven because like it's moving the whole time. Like there's not chunks of the movie where it's like, oh, there's like a boring part that nothing really happens here.
Yeah, that's BS. Maybe when he's talking with the old man at the church, it's like, all right, we get it.
We get it. This old man.
You don't have to be afraid of me.
Yeah, we get it. This old man kicked his son out of the house because he's gay or something. And
no, his son had a wife and daughter. You see it in the last. The old man was nice. He saved Kevin McAllister.
Then why'd he fight with his son?
I don't know. Maybe his son was.
Maybe his son's a racist.
Maybe his son was.
Or maybe he's a racist.
Mr. McAllister's fixer and had to do some unseemly things on behalf of the McAllisters.
Maybe. I always kind of assumed. I mean, I knew it wasn't that he had the fight with the son because his son was gay because his son had a wife, but I assumed it was something where like this guy was wrong to be mad at his son.
I don't know. I just assumed it was.
And now just kind of had a lot of regrets.
You can have a lot of regrets and everything. It's just kind of a family misunderstanding. I don't know. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I watched this a couple nights ago, Tom.
Yeah.
On television. And you know what always was off-putting about this movie to me?
What?
Everything goes wrong. All the time. In every scene, you know something's going to go wrong. And that puts me in a weird frame of mind. It's like, what's going to go wrong? Yep, there's a squirrel in the tree. What's going to go wrong here? Oh, yeah, they blow up the sewer. Like, what's going to go wrong here? Oh, the
lights aren't going to work.
Yeah. It's very frustrating.
I think it's supposed to be. And I think that's why it's such a beloved movie because a lot of people
it reminds
can
everybody
relate to it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, at the holidays, it feels like, yeah, God, like, can anything else go wrong? Like, could this holiday get any worse? Like, there are so many mishaps.
People are like, they're reminded that Po Buddy's nerfect.
Yes.
Right?
Uh-huh. You should put that on a sign.
Nah.
You recently, I don't know if this is supposed to be off the record, but you recently informed me that your wife has only seen Vegas Vacation, and it's one of her favorite movies, and has no interest in seeing any of the other vacation movies?
Yeah, I mean, it came out that I think along the line she had seen most of Christmas Vacation.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah.
It's hard to avoid.
But, like, had never seen the original Vacation. European Vacation, I think very few people have seen.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the most lowbrow of all of them, right?
Yeah. Like,
There's too much...
Vegas Vacation is the most low budget of all of them.
When National Lampoons is like, nah, you know what? You can leave our name off this.
Yeah, Vegas Vacation's great though.
Yeah, Christmas Vacation has a little too much gross out humor for me in it.
Which one?
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, like the slobbery dog and
yeah, there's just a lot of the Randy Quaid stuff. Randy Quaid is hands down the funniest character in the movie.
Yeah,
but like some of it is just kind of like, all right, there's like dog poop jokes and like he's like emptying the RV into the sewer. There's just like some visual stuff that's just like, all right, this is.
Actually, I don't think there's too much visual stuff. I think it's.
I
mostly
watched it
that's
2
talked
nights
about.
ago, Tom.
I mean, you don't see the poop coming out of the RV.
Yeah, you absolutely do.
Yeah, but you can't tell it's poop.
You. And then Love Actually, which I started to watch about a week ago. I had never seen it, and I was.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah,
Liam Neeson's in it. Oh, I was thinking. Never mind.
Who'd you think?
Leslie Nielsen. Misread it for a second.
Coming in at number 43.
Yeah.
Krampus.
Yeah, and this is like, to me,
Krampus before Home Alone.
Yeah, that's like, come on.
Fine, whatever. Adam Scott's in it.
Yeah, Adam Scott. It's I didn't know it was the fondness for Joe Dante, but Joe Dante didn't direct it. Yeah, that was one of those movies that I thought kind of came and went. Like it was one of those like people were
came at Christmas, left at New Year's.
That people were excited that they were making a Krampus movie, but then when it came out, you stopped hearing about it. So I assume like, it
Christmas
wasn't good.
Was over, Tom.
No, it didn't come out on Christmas Day. It came out like around.
Some movies do.
That's true.
That's something that we don't talk about enough. Some movies come out on Christmas Day.
Yeah. Some movies this year will be coming out on Christmas Day.
Yeah, there's one I wanted to see on Christmas Day. Do you think Vice, the movie about Dick Cheney, will be considered a Christmas movie?
No, because it's coming out around Christmas, but I don't.
It's coming out on Christmas, Tom.
Oh, okay, but
it's entering the world the same day the baby Jesus entered the world.
Well, Tim, you know that he was born during the summer.
You're one of these, diehards Christmas movies.
Yeah, but just because a movie comes out on Christmas, if it doesn't have any Christmas elements, also a movie coming out on Christmas is coming out too late to be a Christmas. Like if it's a Christmas movie, don't have it come out on Christmas. You need to take advantage of the lead up to Christmas.
Yeah.
No Christmas movies come out on Christmas Day.
I mean, I don't think you know that for sure.
I would put money on it. $500,000.
Well, here's a movie that almost came out on Christmas, but just one day early. At number 42, The Night Before. Was this like Zac Efron or something?
Joe Gordon-Levitt.
JGL and Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
It's one of these like drugs movies, Tom.
The Night Before provokes enough belly laughs to qualify as a worthwhile addition to the list of Christmas comedies worth revisiting, even if it isn't quite as consistent as the classics.
More consistent, apparently, than Home Alone, though.
Yeah, but yeah. When did it come out? Like 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's another movie that, like, I remember the lead up to it being released. I've never heard about this movie again after that marketing campaign ended.
Well, Tom,
Mm-hmm.
looks like it's time to revisit it. It reached the top 50.
Yeah, apparently it's way better than Home Alone.
Yeah. At 41, a very Harold and Kumar Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
All I know about that is it has a stunning star turn from a man named Amir in it.
Was this the third Harold and Kumar? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was after they go to Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, right, of course. Yeah, I haven't seen. I think I only saw that first Harold and Kumar.
What I don't understand about Cal Penn is he was working in the White House, and this was back when this like meant something.
Yeah.
He was working in the White House.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
And then he left, I think
to make
temporarily, to make this like the raunchiest, lowbrow, like some very, I know it's 7 years ago now, but like it's like they can say these words in a film that gets wide released. I think I usually see these on Tom's computer, the films with these words in it.
Yeah.
And then I think he was like, well, back to the White House.
I just had to go and make this Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Number 40. This is a favorite of mine. Scrooged.
Starring Bill Murray.
From 1988. And Karen Allen and John Forsythe and John Glover. Directed by Richard Donner. I don't think I knew that.
One of the reindeer himself.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big get. Yeah, Scrooge gets by. Oh, what? All these critics' consensuses are so negative. Scrooge gets by with Bill Murray and a dash of holiday spirit. Yeah, I think that's what the movie is.
Yeah.
It gets. Yeah, I guess this movie gets by on its star that's in every scene. Although it's hampered by markedly conflicted tone and an undercurrent of mean-spiritedness. But that's the whole point, because he's Scrooge.
Yeah, but he's meaner than Scrooge even.
Yeah, but that's what I like about it, because, like, Scrooge is supposed to be, like, the ultimate asshole.
Yeah.
And
I feel like Bill Murray went off script. It was just like, oh, I know what'll be better for this character.
Yeah, I'll pepper some of myself into this. Yeah. A darkly comic and surreal contemporization of Charles Dickens' A Christmas
You know what? I'm
Carol.
sick of A Christmas Carol. Can I say it? Look, I don't care who comes after me. Enough, Dickens. Enough. We don't need your story of ghosts and regret.
Well, you say you don't care who comes after you, but I have a feeling you're about to be visited by 3 ghosts, Tim.
All right, Tommy, we're gonna pick up the pace a little bit here. There's 50 of these movies,
Yeah.
many of which we have not seen.
No,
And-
we're like even heard of.
And here's the thing:
Uh-huh.
if we haven't seen a Christmas, you and I, we're Christmas freaking fanatics.
Yeah.
We can't get enough Christmas.
But apparently all the Christmas movies we've seen are not very good. They're at the bottom of the list.
If Home Alone 2 is higher than Home Alone,
Tim, I have bad news for you. I don't think Home Alone 2 is on this list.
You know what? That's a travesty in and of itself. They must have some sort of no sequels rule.
Or Money Under the Table. Number 36, The Muppet Christmas Carol from 1992. Directed by Brian Henson.
It's pronounced Jim Henson.
And starring Michael Caine.
Yeah, Tom,
Uh-huh.
I love the Muppets.
Yeah.
This movie's good. It's fine. I saw it for the first time last year, which is weird. It was like the one Muppet movie I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen the newest, The Muppets Most Wanted either. I watched some of that, and I was just like, grow up, Tim. I think it's time to put this behind you.
Yeah, or at the very least, like, go and watch an old one.
Yeah.
Don't watch the new ones aren't for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know if I've really seen it like in its entirety.
The music is really good.
Yeah.
Who did Paul Williams do the music for this? I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Is Paul Williams John Williams' son? Is this
No.
a son fest?
No, Paul Williams is a legendary songwriter.
No. You say so. Number 34, I'm going to skip to. Because number 35 is a foreign film I've not heard of. Happy Christmas, which I saw a couple of years ago.
That's one of those mumblecore movies?
Yeah, it's a Joe Swanberg movie that I really liked.
Tom, let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
It's called Happy Christmas.
Yeah.
It takes place at Christmas.
Uh-huh.
Is that a Christmas film, though?
Yeah. Even though
I think I saw this, but I don't really remember much of it.
Americans do not say Happy Christmas. They say Merry Christmas. In the UK, they say Happy Christmas. However, this movie does not take place in the UK.
Well, he does learn a lesson. I can't remember which one, because
Anna Kendrick learns a lesson.
Literally, all those movies are exactly the same.
Yeah, but this is a good one.
Tom, you just love Anna Kendrick.
Yeah,
so
I do.
much. That's
watch
all.
anything
That's
she's
all
in.
you care about. Because like I feel like
I also do like
if she wasn't in this movie, Tom, you'd be like, "What is this hipster mumblecore bullshit?"
Yeah, but she's in it, so it's not.
She plays
hipster.
like a mess. I remember this. She
Yeah.
like sleeps in her car or something.
Melanie Linsky is in it too, and I like her a lot. She's very funny.
Yeah, she's good.
Oh
She was in that HBO show that those boys also did.
yeah.
Yeah.
Number 33, The Santa Claus.
Starring American hero Tim Allen.
Yeah, this is Tim Allen accidentally kills Santa Claus, right?
Yeah, and then he has to be
Then
Santa
he
Claus.
becomes Santa Claus.
Yeah.
They lean very heavily in this movie on him just going into progressively fatter and fatter makeup.
Yeah. Which, hey.
It was the go-go 90s, and that's what sold a movie.
Yeah, Tim Allen was this was just as Home Improvement was getting going. 94.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe when was Home Improvement? 91, 92 started?
When it started, yeah. Yeah,
When
so
did
this was when it was
he-
like real big.
When did he
Go to jail for cocaine?
yeah, but
For
he got
dealing
his
cocaine?
but got his sentence reduced because he snitched on all the other
Yeah.
people in the ring. That was in the 80s.
Yeah, it was in the 80s.
Yeah, but he's he loved trafficking and selling cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't play into this movie at all, does it?
I don't know. I mean, there might be like a few times where he's like,
I mean,
hey, we're going to make it a white Christmas, and he winks at the camera.
have you ever seen this movie?
Like, not all of it.
This seems like something that like jaded Hollywood screenwriters like did a whole bunch of cocaine and wrote this movie in an hour.
Yeah. Well, they made 3 of them, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Mrs. Claus is the second one. He had to trick a lady into being Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
And then
He had to trick a lady into murdering Mrs. Claus so she could become Mrs. Claus.
maybe
That
there was
was
only
the-
2.
That was the weird thing about this movie to me. Even like when it came out, we were, relatively young.
I mean, you were a teenager.
I was 13.
Yeah, that's a teenager, Tom. You can tell by the telltale thing is teen in the word.
A young teen. But I remember even then having the wherewithal to be like, I've never heard the idea that Santa Claus is like a magical entity that people inherit when Santa Claus dies.
No, that was a new wrinkle that that a coked up Hollywood screenwriter came up with.
Yeah. He stole that from the Green Lanterns. Anyway, number 31, Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas might actually be my favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah, man, it rules.
Oh boy, when I was a kid, like that
This
was
is
like
a
the
Jim-
most soothing movie.
It's a Jim Henson joint.
Yeah.
It's got none of the Muppets you know and love. There's an intro from Kermit
Right.
and a little epilogue from Kermit.
Which interestingly, I was reading when the Henson Company sold the Muppets to Disney, they had to edit the Kermit parts out of this.
Yeah.
Except when it would air on an ABC-owned property, and then they would put the Kermit stuff back in.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Muppet Christmas toy, which I assume won't make this list. Scared the hell out of me as a kid,
Yeah.
but is also pretty good.
Well, and this had like also when I was reading like a lot of and actually I didn't know it was this old. It's from 1977.
Yeah.
Had a lot of like technological Muppet breakthroughs, like a lot of stuff that they did for the first time. They did on this movie.
Yeah, Tom, I'll tell you one thing, and I'm just confirming this, but I'm
Great music.
yeah, you know who wrote it? Freaking Paul Williams.
Yeah, John Williams' son.
No, he's the classic. He looks like this, Tom. You've seen him.
Oh yeah, I know that guy.
Paul Williams.
He's played like a bad guy in a few movies, right?
I don't know if that's true.
Number 29, Bad Santa.
Bad Santa.
Uh-huh.
More like good movie.
You like Bad Santa?
It was the original Bad in the Bad universe. Bad teachers, Bad Grandpa, Dirty Grandpa.
I didn't. Jeez, Bad Santa's 15 years old at this
Yeah,
point.
they made a sequel, even though like half the people died.
Oh, well, spoiler alert.
No, I mean,
Oh, like the actors.
Bernie Mac's in it.
Yeah.
John Ritter's in it.
Okay.
And they made a sequel like what, 2016 or something?
Yeah, not that long ago. It's
and
called Bad Santa 2.
Have you ever seen Bad Santa?
I don't think I have. I've seen bits of it. I know like some people love it.
It does exactly what you would think it does. It's like, it goes for the look. If you look at the
The poster.
the poster, you're like, oh, this kid is gonna turn the bad Santa good, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of works, but very clearly, the lore of this is that the Coen brothers did an uncredited rewrite, and you can like definitely tell in the dialogue.
Oh, okay.
Although you could tell me, because I'm not a freaking connoisseur, you could show me the worst movie ever, but like beforehand be like, the Coen brothers secretly made this.
They did a draft on this.
Yeah, I'd be like, whew, yeah, you could really tell. This was great.
Wasn't that how Bill Murray got tricked into doing Garfield?
No, that just had, there's a different Ethan Coen.
Right, but that's like,
Yeah.
he saw it and he was like, well, it has to be good. He fell
Or
into
Joel
your
Coen,
trap.
Yeah.
Number 28, and this, I will say, is my favorite
This is not a Christmas movie.
Movie that happens during Christmas.
Yeah, this is not a Christmas movie.
Batman Returns, 1992.
Yeah.
And this year I've seen a lot of people online that are like, no, like if we're going to like take the shackles off of what's considered a Christmas movie.
And also, why? Why would you do that?
But like if you're going to say Die Hard's a Christmas movie, Batman Returns is a better Christmas movie than Die Hard is a good Christmas movie.
Batman Returns
Mm-hmm.
is the best Batman movie that's ever been made.
No.
And it is still ridiculous that it is like 30 spots ahead of Home Alone on the best goddamn Christmas movie list.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Man, Danny DeVito as the Penguin, Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, Christopher Walken as a made-up character, or Max Scheck, I think that's his name, something like that.
Made up character. He's not even from the lore.
He might be. I don't want to get angry emails. He might be like, a previously established businessman in the DC universe. But yeah, what a fun, to make.
It was basically our generation's introduction to Christopher Walken, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was like the first time I remember seeing Christopher Walken in 1992.
Michelle Pfeiffer at the peak of her powers.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Danny DeVito looking like legitimately gross.
Biting a guy's nose off.
Yeah. Oh, what a great film.
Yeah. Paul Rubens as... as the Penguin's dad, who sends him down a river because he's deformed.
Yeah, just puts him in a basket and sends him down the river. Was that pre or post arrest?
I think it was post, or maybe it was
I bet
filmed
it was
before.
Filmed pre, yeah. Oh, and it makes sense. Just put it together that Tim Burton directed Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah,
and that's why Paul Rubens was in this movie.
Yeah, they were buddies.
Tom, we'd normally skip this, according to the new rules, but 27 is the bishop's wife. Do you think that has anything to do with the preacher's wife? This is a movie from 1948. Do you think the preacher's wife was like an updated version of it 50 years later?
Maybe. Probably, actually.
Yeah. Number 25, The Elf.
Not called The Elf.
Starring
just
Will
Elf.
Ferrell.
Yeah, Will Ferrell. Directed by Jon Favreau, who I was just talking to you about off camera.
Yeah. I mean, we're still off camera, but...
Oh, yes. Yeah, there aren't any hidden cameras in here.
Oh, brother.
What do you think of Elf?
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever seen it in sequence all the way through. I've probably seen every scene of the movie.
Yeah.
But,
That was kind of a big introduction to Zooey Deschanel for a lot of people, too.
Yeah, she didn't have her trademark bangs or her trademark brown hair.
I think she was blonde, yeah. But she did sing in the Zooey Deschanel way.
Baby, it's cold outside. Did you see this? Yeah, that was the duet they did in the show.
Oh, was it?
I really can't stay. That's a spot-on impression of Zooey Deschanel.
No, that's not the way she sings.
You're welcome. I really can't say.
That's not the way she sings either.
Do you know about this? It's 2018, so they now Baby It's Cold That Outside has looped back around, and it's good now. It's not a date rape song.
Yeah, because now people are saying, like, no, it's actually about, like, her saying what other people will think, and that's, like, bad. Like, she wants to stay.
She's giving the cover story because she knows that society would frown upon this. So it's actually empowering. I can't keep up.
I don't think it's a good enough song to...
Yeah, it'd be like, no, we must make this good again.
Yeah. Number 23, Gremlins, 1984, which is another, like, it takes place during Christmas.
I don't know. The story of the dad getting stuck in the chimney and dying because of pretending to be Santa Claus.
Is that part of it? You know,
yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen Gremlins all the way through.
I saw it for the first time last year.
Yeah.
I would say it's more Christmassy than you think, and they learn a valuable lesson at the end. Don't get a gremlin. Don't get a mogwai.
If you're gonna get one, don't get it wet or feed it
they
after
learn
midnight.
they learn a few rules about.
I've seen Gremlins too. Again, I have like weird holes in my movie knowledge based on like HBO's licensing as a kid. Like HBO had Gremlins 2 and played it all the time.
Yeah.
And they rarely played the first Gremlins.
Seeing Gremlins 2 and not having seen Gremlins is, I think, not out of the ordinary. I mean, that was my situation up until last year. And I've heard on other podcasts, Tom, on other HeadGum podcasts that there
really?
Some people.
Was like Gremlins 1 R and Gremlins 2 is PG-13 or something like that? Like Gremlins 1 was much more a horror movie than Gremlins 2.
Yeah, Gremlins 2 came out like 9 or 10 years later or something. Or like 8 or 9 years later, where like they like Joe Dante was like, "No, I'm not gonna knock," and then they were finally just like, "Do it."
Yeah.
And he's like, "It's been so long," and they were just like, "Do whatever you want." And he's like, "Really?"
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have Hulk Hogan break the fourth wall.
Yeah, make the craziest movie ever. Along those lines, number 21, Trading Places, good movie.
Good movie. I forgot that it takes place during Christmas time.
Yeah.
I guess that's true now that I think about it, but come on.
Yeah. Tom, let's see if you know any of these. Christmas in Connecticut from 1945.
I've heard that phrase.
A Christmas Tale, 2008.
Oh, Un Conte de Noel?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what...
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Tokyo Godfathers from 2003.
No, but I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear more.
Yeah. Certainly a better, a more classic Christmas film than Home Alone.
Yes.
Rare Exports, A Christmas Tale from 2010.
Hearing about it for the first time. Oh, it's a Finnish movie, I think.
The Finns. Number 16, baby, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which, Tom, guess what?
What?
Newly problematic.
Yeah, why is that? I've seen the headlines, but I haven't.
I think, from what I understand, and I'm not mocking this, because there's a lot of stuff in quote classic entertainment that's like, oh, this doesn't fly. Like, unlike Rudolph, who does fly. But I think it was like Rudolph's parents are mean to him because he's different.
Yeah,
and it's like, yeah, no, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's not celebrated
like,
in the movie.
Batman Returns problematic because
the Penguin's parents put him in a river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everything that I read, and I could be wrong, so at me about this, I guess, because if there is a legitimate thing, but it was all like story beats, and it was like, yeah, and then he's only rewarded. Actually, I agree with this. Rudolph is only rewarded when he proves himself, when his deformity proves itself to be useful to others.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, you're actually good because we need this. Right? And like, maybe it is. It's bad. Rudolph is bad.
Yeah. I mean, now that you mention it, like, even as a kid, I always thought it was like kind of a muddled narrative of wait, why is his nose so bad? Like, why is that such a big deal?
All of this stuff, all these songs that were turned into movies, they were the most obvious cash-ins where it's just like, I don't know, the reindeer is nose glows. How about that? And they're like, hey, yeah, this song is, it's got a good sound to it or whatever. And then they're like, all right, make all the merchandising. Like, it's just opportunistic bullshit, right?
I guess it's only like problematic because it's aimed at kids and you're trying to teach kids lessons. But like in the real world, sometimes people have something wrong with them that people don't appreciate them until they can get some use out of it. Like it's actually probably like a really realistic story.
Yeah, but it's like it's celebrating
right.
the whole thing that's terrible. Number 15, Tom. A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah. This was a staple of my childhood.
Yeah, I watched this like this week, like not last night, the night before last night, the same night I watched Christmas Vacation. I watched this movie.
Wow, you
Tom,
got a real.
I am Christmas crazy this year.
That'll explain how jolly you are.
Thank you. You saying I gained weight?
No.
Charlie Brown Christmas. It is way more melancholy than I ever gave it credit for. It is. It starts at a 2 and it peaks at a 4.
Yeah.
This thing, nobody ever really gets happy in this thing.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's great. I love it. I'm going to watch it again tonight.
Number 14, Edward Scissorhands.
Not a Christmas movie.
I mean, that's another one. I mean, this one, it is like a morality tale. And it does, not the whole movie doesn't take place at Christmas.
Yeah.
Just part of it takes place at Christmas. So, yeah, that's a real... I mean, like a cool part, like the snowing part is beautiful looking. But, yeah, come on. It's not a Christmas movie.
Johnny Depp.
Mm-hmm. Johnny out of his depth.
Yeah, exactly. Number 13, A Christmas Story. Yeah, it's good.
It's good. It's gotten, like, way too hyped over the years.
Too much merchandising around it now. Like, every joke has a product associated with it that you can buy in a store. It's like, all right, I think we've done this movie to death now.
Yeah, you can buy the leg lantern. You can buy like his bunny suit. Like,
you can buy a replica of the Red Ryder BB gun. Like you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, one of those movies where I'm sure maybe we've even talked about this at some point. As a kid, very confusing because I thought it was a movie from the 50s, just like Happy Days.
Yeah. Number 12, I've never heard of it. Arthur Christmas, but it has nothing to do with Dudley Moore's Arthur. So
no.
Don't
well, it's an animated movie, apparently.
Yeah. Number 11, hey, this is cute Die Hard.
Must be some cool people working at Rotten Tomatoes.
Number 10, we had to do every top 10. 1940s, Remember the Night.
Remember the Night? How could I remember it? I've never heard of it.
Number 9, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. This might be my number 1.
Yeah. It's a very good and short.
The Grinch isn't so bad.
No, he just wants to be left alone.
Yeah.
He's an introvert.
And we're talking, of course, about the Jim Carrey version.
Oh, it is the 1967 version. Chuck Jones, which I never really thought about, but that makes 100% sense.
Yeah. And that song, man, the Grinch's theme song.
Yeah, you're a mean one.
Yeah. Boris Karloff.
Does he sing that?
I don't know. Number 8, The Apartment, a classic film.
Yeah, we all know that.
Billy
one.
Wilder. Jack Lemmon, Shirley MacLaine. Everybody loves it. Number 7, Babes in Toyland. Now, don't get excited, Tom. Babes and toys are two of your favorite things. But this is a movie from 1934. It's a Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah. This is like for my like some people, they just love the hell out of this thing, right?
Yeah.
Like my cousins, this is like what they grew up on.
Were they a WPIX family?
They're WPIX. They're all in their late 90s. They love this. It is like their family's Christmas movie.
It's good.
Yeah.
But like Little Bo Peep is like in it. I don't, yeah, it's weird. Number 6, Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas.
You know what? Embarrassed to say it, I don't think I've ever seen this all the way through.
I saw it. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think I probably like it.
It's a technical feat.
Yeah,
Some good songs too.
yeah. I mean, it's always like, and it's weird when you think about it. Like, Tim Burton's obsessed with Christmas, huh? Like,
Yeah.
he's made so many movies that take place during Christmas or have scenes during Christmas.
3 on this list alone.
Exactly.
Placing all of which place higher than Home Alone.
Mm-hmm. Tim Burton,
A fucking travesty.
the Christmas man.
This is great. Number 5, The Shop Around the Corner from 1940. Number 4, Holiday Inn from 1942. Number 3, Miracle on 34th Street. Not even the one with that adorable Matilda in it.
No, this is the original from 1947.
Yeah.
Which, like, as a kid, I remember, like, watching and thinking, like, this is boring. This is so boring. Everything old is boring.
Everything old is boring. Number 2, Meet Me in St. Louis.
Yeah, of
A
course.
much better movie for Christmas time than Home Alone.
Tim, are you trying to compare Macaulay Culkin to Judy Garland?
Yeah, I would. Judy Garland sucked.
I'm glad she's dead.
No, she's alive.
No, she's not alive, Tim.
She faked her death. That's
No.
common knowledge, Tom.
She's Liza Minnelli's mom?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's 136 years old, living, in, I don't know. Where does
I was
Tupac
recently
live?
somewhere where they were playing Wizard of Oz with like the motion smoothing on the TV. That is an insane movie to watch when it looks like it's been videotaped.
Oh, man, yeah.
Like, that was like the first time I've seen that motion smoothing thing where I'm like, no, I think I would like to watch this in this way. This is crazy to me. I feel like I'm on fucking LSD right now watching this thing. Like, there's a documentary and this all happened.
Oh, man, we should do that. Can you see the Munchkin hanging himself?
No, you can't see the Munchkin hanging themselves, but like, I don't know. Like, I noticed so many more, the one scene I saw, I forget where the hell I was, but it was during the Munchkin Land scene. And like, I noticed so many like things extras were doing. I was like, that one's looking at the camera. Like, that one, like, I don't think knows that a take is happening right now. Like,
Smoking a cigarette.
there were just so many more details that I noticed.
The
The only way to watch it, put on motion smoothing and watch The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, and drop some acid.
And the number 1 Christmas movie of all time, It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, it sure is.
Tom,
Yeah?
my main association with It's a Wonderful Life is sitcoms from the
Yeah.
late 80s, early 90s talking about how It's a Wonderful Life is on constantly on every TV channel for all of December, right?
I thought you were gonna say how many sitcoms do an It's a Wonderful Life episode.
That too. But then I think somebody bought the rights to it. It's like, we're only going to show it one time. I think Ted Turner did it on one of his things. I've never seen this movie.
You've never seen It's a Wonderful Life?
No.
Oh.
It seems fine. Donna Reed's in it.
Yeah. Oh man, when I was a kid,
Jimmy Stewart's in it. What's Jimmy Stewart? Do a Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart. Oh, he's in it. Oh, that should be a good movie then. When I was a kid, I had the biggest crush on Donna Reed.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah, Nick at Night, man.
Oh my goodness! It was like, how did they have such a beautiful woman on TV back then?
Yeah.
Like, this must have driven people wild.
And if somebody showed you a picture of Donna Reed currently, you would have been like, oh, no.
No, I think I would have understood that it was like, that's what confused me about A Christmas Story and Happy Days. Like, I understood when something happened long ago. If somebody had shown me a picture of Donna Reed when I was a kid, I would be like, yeah, no, I know she's old now, but she was hot back then.
Well, Older people can be attractive.
Not like 80-year-old people. No, they can't. I'm sorry. Sorry if that is problematic, Tim. Write an article about me. Tom Reynolds says people in their 80s can't be attractive anymore.
Well, we've done it. Tom, are there any films that you feel were left off Rotten Tomatoes top 50?
I mean, I would agree with you. Home Alone 2 should be on there.
Yeah. I would say a Muppets Christmas Toy should have been on there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one that scared the hell out of you, right?
Yeah. And also the Muppets Christmas Together, Muppet Family Christmas, I think it's called.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh man. Yeah, there was a special they did with John Denver called Christmas Together. That spawned
I do remember
awesome...
the John Denver collab.
This one, Tom, let me tell you about the Muppets family, a Muppet Family Christmas.
Okay.
All the Muppets.
Yeah.
Go to freaking
even the Sesame Street ones?
Hold on. I'm getting to that. All the Muppets from the Muppet Show.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to Fozzie's mom's cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? Fozzie's mom, she's like, I'm going to California. I'm going to Malibu, I think, to go surfing.
Yeah.
A grandma bear. She's going surfing.
Is she a does Fozzie have children?
I mean, she's like as old as a grandma.
Okay.
Fozzie, we find out Fozzie's like a fully adult man. Bear. So they're all going there. So anyway, they get there. Who's renting the house on some sort of Airbnb situation?
Mm-hmm.
Who's just getting there at the same time? Doc is it Doc? The guy who lives over the Fraggles.
Oh yeah.
So he's renting it from Fozzie's mom. All the Muppets get there. Fozzie's mom's like, "Well, I gotta stay and accommodate all you guys." Then the freaking Sesame Street Muppets get there.
Wow.
And they're all partying together. They're all interacting. A lot of laughs to be had. A lot of songs. Then they go down to the basement. They find a freaking Fraggle hole. They go to Fraggle Rock. They sing some songs. The Fraggles see them. And then guess what? Fraggles come back up into the living room. It's freaking everybody just having a blast singing Christmas songs.
It is Infinity War before Infinity War.
Exactly. And if that doesn't make Rotten Tomatoes top 50 Christmas movies of all time, well then fuck Rotten Tomatoes. Fuck you, Rotten Tomatoes. Home Alone at number, 46? And Muppet Family Christmas nowhere on the list? This website should be banned from the internet. Get it off. Get off the goddamn internet.
Let me ask you a very important question that's going to immensely color whether I'm able to enjoy this or not.
Mm-hmm.
How'd they handle the issue of scale with the Fraggles?
Well, the Doozers never came up.
Right, but the Fraggles are also very small.
I don't think that's canon, Tom.
No, they are. Like, whenever they would go up to docks, like, they were tiny. Not like tiny, but they were smaller. They were like half the size you would think that they were. Half the size of, like, you know, the real life, like, Muppet size to fit a hand in there.
Well, I'll tell
I
you
don't
this
think
much.
the Muppets would fit in Fraggle Rock.
I'll tell you this much, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking number 1,
Mm-hmm.
the Muppet Babies also make an appearance.
What? As cartoons or as puppets?
As puppets. They
What?
watch a home movie of them
Uh-huh.
at Christmas when they were kids.
Yeah.
And number 2, the Swedish chef is in the kitchen the whole time making dinner. The turkey outsmarts him and gets away.
Yeah.
Smooth talking turkey.
Yeah, hurdy-burdy.
And guess what? Freaking the Swedish chef tries to lure Big Bird in and murder Big Bird and cook him for dinner.
Oh, man.
That's like a 5-minute subplot. It's great.
I don't know if I like that.
He doesn't succeed.
Well,
Spoiler
of course.
alert, he
I
doesn't
mean, he never
succeed.
succeeds.
Man,
but still.
imagine the Muppet Family Christmas ended with the Swedish chef murdering Big Bird.
Or ended with him, like, wheeling out a cooked Big
Yeah.
Bird, and, like, everybody throwing up and crying.
And who's doing the dishes at the end? Jim Henson himself.
Really?
It's a real beautiful film. Tom.
No rest for the weary. And do they know who he is?
No, nobody acknowledges him. He just goes like, "Well, looks like I'll do the dishes."
And they're like, well, it's a living.
Yeah.
If you like the show, you can find out more at tcgt.com. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/complete guide. Follow us on Twitter at Complete Guide. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Tom Reynolds.
Follow me at your pal Tim.
And if you want to support the show, you can support our sponsors. That helps us immensely. You can also check out tcgt.com/Amazon for your Amazon shopping. All the purchases done through that link support the show. And tcgt.com/pledge for our Patreon, where you can get bonus weekly mini episodes of things like Fast Food Friday, Justice League Minute, You Look Marvelous, Riverdale Review, and many, many more.
Tom, is there going to be exciting stuff coming there soon?
Yeah,
Oh, you shouldn't say that.
well, there's a revamp coming, and yeah,
You're not going to want to miss it.
yeah, things are going to be changing
For the better.
in good ways.
Yeah.
Yes, and we'll be talking more about that in the coming weeks. But hey, why not get in on it now? I mean, I guess you could wait, but whatever. Get in on it now. You get the old episodes too. Anyway, Tim, you've complicated things before anything was ready to be announced.
Sorry, Tom.
Oh, and tcgt.com/store for our merch. So if you get your order in now before Christmas, and it will get there before Christmas, hopefully. Depends on the mail. It will get there.
I don't know. By the time this comes out, Tom, I think that's a pretty tall order.
Yeah.
Get your
yeah.
New Year's gifts.
Yeah. Hey, get a IOU for a loved one.
Yeah. Yeah, just print out the receipt.
Yeah.
Tom, any surprise to you that our Christmas movies episode started with me getting worked up about Home Alone and ended with me getting worked up about A Muppet Family Christmas?
Yeah. No, it's not. That's pretty on brand.
Yeah.
And me talking about how a Batman movie's one of the best Christmas movies.
It's a complete guide Christmas.
Yeah. It's a very, so Batman Returns, I don't know, it's like a very Christmassy feeling movie. Like, it sets a nice Christmas tone, I feel like.
Yeah. Except with all that crime.
Well, that's where Batman comes in, you see. I rewatched, the end of that recently where Michael Keaton rips off his mask to show Michelle Pfeiffer, hey, it's me, Bruce Wayne. It's very weird how easy it was for him to rip the mask, because a rubber mask, but he just kind of
he's
very
strong.
easily
He's got
tears it off.
superhuman
No, he
strength,
doesn't
right?
have
Isn't that Batman's thing?
He doesn't have superhuman strength, and also it makes it very obvious that when he rips the mask off, somehow his eye makeup goes away too.
Yeah, well,
what are you gonna do? I would say keep the eye makeup on. As a kid, that would have blown my mind. Oh man, yeah, look at how realistic this is. Anyway, we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
That was a HeadGum podcast.